Hello, Phoenix Union. It is Friday, and I am so grateful to each and every one of you for helping us get through what turned out to be one of the most complex and challenging weeks we've ever had together. As always, I want to start by thanking each and every one of our nearly 4,000 employees and thanking you for your support and your commitment and your patience and your trust during these times. I have told many people in the community that I am more proud today than perhaps ever before to serve as superintendent of Phoenix Union, and that is because of you. We have nearly 4,000 full and part-time employees, and the work that you have been doing, the success stories and the innovation and the service happening on our campuses is absolutely heartwarming. We have seen food service workers go way above and beyond. We started the week on day one, gave out just about 100 meals total across the district. And yesterday on Thursday, we gave out 4,200 grab-and-go packs to our broader community. I'm so grateful for all of our ESPs and those involved in food services. We also had performing arts staff step up and say, I want to be able to give instruments and guitars to my students during this break. And so we're also in the process of creating a procedure to let students take instruments home during this closure, which we think will last much more time. I also want to thank all the certified staff who went through the Teams training so that we will be better able to support our kids academically, social, emotionally. It'll also turn out to be a great medium for us to stay connected with each other. And so to all of you who engaged in trainings this week, thank you so much. And I, of course, want to thank all the other ESPs in our system, facilities and technology, and this building in particular for keeping payroll and finance moving. And finally, want to thank our administrators. We run a really complex system. 4,000 employees, 30,000 kids, 50,000 parents, and we have just about 100 administrators to lead all of that work. And you have committed, you've come in every day, even during the shutdown. Admin will continue to work and serve our community. And so to the 100 or so of you, thank you for sticking with it during these challenging times. In fact, we've had so many people come forward and say, I want to help and I want to do more. I'm a teacher, but I want to serve food. I'm a classified employee, but I want to tutor. And so we recently sent out a survey asking people if you are willing and able to come in and help either within your job description or other to fill out the survey. We'll create a spreadsheet, and as opportunities and needs come up, we may begin to ask people to come in and help. And so we ask each and every one of you to go to your email, find that survey, fill it out. If you're not able to help, or if you're not willing to help for some reason, that's okay. But for those of you who want to help, please fill out that survey. Now, as crazy as these times are, and as we're planning for shutdown and online learning, there is some business as usual that must continue. And one great example of that is our contracts. That we know that not just your paycheck matters, but your contract matters. And so we have extended the deadline for certified employees. We have just about a couple hundred employees who have not yet filled out their contract. We've extended that. Please see your email from Mary Lou Chavez and the talent division. And for classified and administrative staff, you also received an email. We will finally be sending out and releasing your contracts next week, the week of March 23rd. So please be visiting and checking your email every day to stay informed. We're also working on several other issues behind the scenes. What are we doing about compensation, especially for employees that continue to come in and work to keep the system moving even during this shutdown? We're having conversations and planning sessions about evaluations and performance-based pay, and how are we going to navigate summer and the launch of school, what happens with prom and graduation. And just know and trust that we continue to meet early morning, late nights, weekends to make sure that we are developing the most appropriate plans for you and for our children. One final question that I want to share with you all is a question I get all the time, which is, how long do we think we're going to be in shutdown? Is this another week? Is it another 2 weeks? And right now, Phoenix Union is, like everyone else across the state, in a school closure mode till March 27th. The reality is, as I've shared in other videos, that we are all but certain that this shutdown, this school closure will last the entire school year, 8 more weeks. That we know that the outbreak will be worse in 2 weeks and in 4 weeks. And so as you start to mentally prepare, emotionally prepare, and even professionally prepare for what the next 2 months looks like, we ask that you continue, and if not, start really preparing yourself to be home and in work from home mode for the remainder of the school year, supporting students in very different ways. And again, for those of you who've been called back to help run critical functions, same for you, that we are planning on a near shutdown, but not completely, for the next 8 weeks. When an official announcement comes, I'll make sure it's very public. But for now, closed until further notice. As I said, we are moving toward a really modified work schedule. Very few people will start to come into work. Many of our employees have moved to work from home. We are committed as a district to continuing to keep the network up, to keep serving kids and food and communities, to keep paychecks coming. And so we should all be very grateful for those who are physically coming in and committing and going above and beyond to make sure that our system continues to move. Let me end by saying this, that Phoenix Union is dedicated to finding the right balance, as I have said before, between supporting, protecting, loving, honoring our employees and the families of our employees, and at the same time not leaving and abandoning our kids, that there are critical services, social, emotional, family services, academic services that we must continue to provide our youth. And we are committed to finding that balance and not letting down and abandoning anyone, our employees or our kids and our community. I ask that for the next couple of weeks and the next couple of months that you as an employee focus on your health. We ask that you stay well, stay healthy, try to social distance as much as possible. Every single one of you matters, and we want to make sure that you are physically well. And at the same time, we want to make sure that you're socially and emotionally well and psychologically well. We're moving into a time in America of great fear and anxiety, and we're about to layer upon that isolation. And so we just ask that you find ways not just to physically stay healthy and active, but to emotionally and socially stay healthy and active. Connect with people over the phone, over text message, over social media. Find ways to not hunker down and be alone, but to stay engaged with the broader community, with your support network. And if you don't have a support network, we ask that you reach out to us. We have so many people that have said they want to build new friendships and engage with people they've never engaged before. So if for some reason you're an employee that is really worried that over the next couple of months you will be alone and isolated, please reach out to an administrator. Reach out to us here at the district office. We are happy to stay connected with you so that when this is all past us, and it will get past us, that we emerge stronger and healthier and smarter. And with that, again, I thank you so much for your commitment. We love you. We will stay committed to you. And I hope to see you around the city and around campuses when we can.